Chinese cars are taking over the world. Apparently, that's the case anyway. My friends, if you are allergic to other opinions that maybe go against the fold a little bit, please look away now. But today, we're actually checking out the Xiaomi SU7, and I have some opinions. For example, if you have a brain allergy for things built in another country, this one might be kind of spooky. But yes, we are literally on Need for Speed Payback. It is so weird to be back on this game. Oh my god, this is snappy. I'm just in my element when I come back to a Need for Speed game. But hey, oh my god, Tyler, what are you doing? Wait, traction control meter. I do not remember. Handling style arcade, realistic. What the? I remember the live tuning, but I don't remember it being like that. Oh my god, it's understeering like a damn pig. All right, I see. You've just... Why does it feel front wheel drive? I'm incredibly confused. Listen, the reason I'm checking this mod out is because customization. Something I miss doing on the regular. Yes, this car has some customizations, including this is just like lowering it. Now, not everything is in the correct place. Is the way with Need for Speed mods. You can see it's actually changing the wheels to different stock wheels. I don't know what the other two are doing. You've also got front bumper customization. That is doing something. I think what it does is changes the badge at the rear of the car. Now, I just want to give a massive thank you to NFS Sly. Appreciate you. Bless up for creating this mod for us. Because, let's be real, the world is, interesting right now. What are you changing? In my opinion, has kind of been solid forever on a situation like this. Oh my god, split it. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. We need more downforce on the electric car because, you know, they don't weigh like 50 million tons at all. No. For generations, ever since I was born, before I was born, China has been the place that things are made. And I think that's been the case for pretty much everyone watching this video, right? China makes stuff, and they make stuff incredibly cheaply, and they make things with high skill, low wage. Let me actually rewind it a little quick and ask you a question. I'll bring you this in the form of a question. Oh my goodness. How come when American brand make China car, good, but then when China car make China car, bad? Oh my god, I forgot about a sound system in this. What was the point of this? I still to this day, honestly, could not tell a difference to the sound system. I really don't know what they were feeding us other than rubbish. That is low. Holy crap. I forgot I had the stance mod. Yeah, we've got Unite on here as well. It is absolutely worth knowing, and that means we can do the rake and the width. Stunning. Here's my personal opinion. If China do some things better than us, and one of the things they've tended to do better than us is technology. How are you surprised that when electric cars are trying to be the norm and they provide cheap electric cars, we go, no! We don't want your affordable solutions to the world's oil usage, the solutions to being wasteful and everything being too expensive. No, how could we possibly want that? How dare you attempt to solve the climate crisis, China? What are you doing? Oh, Theo, please don't get political. No, don't get political. Things are political. Life is political. Life is affected by politics. Especially cars, and you may not know this, but America is built on the backs of those car industries that force everyone to be in cars and drive everywhere, which, you know, I like cars, so I should like that, right? I actually saw a really interesting Top Gear clip recently. I wonder if I can show this. We're gonna try.
In just 5 years, China has gone from making that, whatever it is, to making these. Now, with that rate of progress, where are they going to be in 5 years' time?
I wonder. Maybe it was kind of obvious. All of that is without me giving my opinion on Chinese cars, because quite frankly, I haven't done that yet. You just assumed. I'm just trying to give a fair chance to something like this, because this thing is actually really sick. Now, let's be real, it kind of looks like a Porsche, but hey, car manufacturers have been copying car manufacturers for forever. There's one company that came up with that big grill idea, and there's about 50 brands, maybe an exaggeration, now all have massive grilled cars. They didn't copy each other, maybe they were just inspired by each other. This is different. This is literally a Porsche. You own one. Would you buy this? Yeah, I think I would. I got a Xiaomi scooter. It's basically the same thing, right? And I'm actually curious, how much does this car cost? I'll ignore the AI. There's a Xiaomi website, for example, and you've got SU7 standard, 29 grand, $30,000. What about the Pro? $34,000. The best one, $41,000, and we're looking at 350 to 500 miles. Electric cars right now made by Europe and the US, we have ranges realistically that are so stupid and minuscule, and this is not a massive car. It goes against the convention that you have to have a big car to have big mileage. Look at the Mach-E, for God's sake. Why? 0 to 60 in 3.5 or 5.5 for the slowest? That's still a really quick car. For 30 grand! There's also the point that, look at these cars. They're actually properly interesting and unique and different, and they don't all just make nothing but SUVs. And that means I'm instantly interested in some of these styles and shapes. I don't want to go into a dealership and have nothing but big uns. That doesn't intrigue me. I don't even go to dealerships and walk around anymore like I used to because everything's just so massive. Variety, that's all I'm asking for. Please, otherwise they're going to do it for less money. We have, for generations, gone to China for cheap labor and high skill. And now they're making those things themselves instead of, you know, American companies paying them lower than normal to do so. And all of a sudden, this is a terrible car. How could they? We've got to tariff the crap at this. To the point even the EU, the protectors of freedom, you know, like real freedoms, like USB-C on iPhones, are doing their best to increase the costs of these cheap cars because they're just too damn cheap. And we shouldn't force our manufacturers to, you know, get fucking real. No, what we should do is make the Chinese cars more expensive. That'll help everybody. And that's what everybody wants. Look, I'm not oblivious to the issues at hand here. The issues that we would face, essentially, with the Chinese market completely just decimating the rest of the world. I don't want that. I want creative. I want some European cars. I want some American cars. Hell, I'm probably the only person on this platform that actually likes American cars. Oh yeah, capture packs. That's what I want. So we can go straight to level 18 because, you know, that's what we want to do. Yes. I do actually wonder if we put a turbo upgrade in here, is it going to make whooshy noises? This is a very good point. I can't go all the way to level 18 because I haven't finished the game on PC yet. But no, I'm not completely oblivious to the idea that people will argue things like, oh, but it's not as high quality. High quality? American? Have you bought a French car? Have you driven a French car? That's okay. That's absolutely fine. The problem is that it breaks the normal system, right? If there's something new, they want to charge a premium for it just because maybe it's new and fresh, or realistically because there's a lot of research that goes into these things and a lot of development that has been done by the Chinese companies. All right, we get a little upgrade, a little bit of juice. What do we got? It's pretty rumbly. It's a nice electric noise. They've done a good job on the sound there. No, I thought it would just be a good topic to discuss while we check out this car, because quite frankly, it's interesting. It's very... Oh my god. I want to do the pursuits. I forgot the pursuits in this game was actually really nice. I just want to say, overall, I'm a worldly man, and I will not discriminate about where my car is built. Especially when they are... Yep, all pretty damn similar. Like, if I was gonna go buy an electric car, I don't know if I would pick and choose between, oh, but this one drives better. Maybe I would go for a Porsche, just because I know Porsche have tuned them quite well. I'd test one of those, but I wouldn't not test something else before. Quite frankly, all they're really doing is tuning how the battery delivers the power to the motors. I am dead. I am so dead. In so a world where we're removing character from vehicles and passion from vehicles, and they're all supposed to be electric and eco and very good for the environment, which I want to be as best as I can, and still, you know, do all the things I want to do. But I think we should stop the narrative as such that, oh, just because the car is built in China, it's bad. Like, you guys were sucking up them Teslas for a long time, but, you know. I don't know how we didn't see it coming. The place that we make cheap electronics in made cheap electronics. And that's bad! It's just ridiculous. It makes no damn sense. No, I got kill switched. Oh my god. Oh no, it's a real electric car moment. What the piece? Tyler Morgan, you're an absolute moron. I hate you so much. How did you manage to let that happen? It's a really nice looking car. For 30 grand? Again, as someone that paid double that for the Porsche, and if someone had this, go for it, mate. I'm happy for you. I don't care. Car people, I think, are just open to the idea that cars made from around the world are interesting. They're made for different places, like the Lotus, for example. I've had a huge interest in the Lotus recently, and I'm constantly told it's the best car for British roads. which would make sense. And then when you drive a German car like the Porsche or an Audi or anything else, you'll notice that instantly it doesn't have this weird floatiness that you get at high speeds from American or British cars, because quite frankly our cars are not tested at those speeds, whereas consumers in Germany, they tend to go fast on the Autobahn because they can, and so the cars are built for it. I remember I took my Lexus at high speeds once, and it was just, it didn't include the massive confidence that you would get from something German. Cars from other places around the world are exciting and interesting, especially when they're cheaper than the competition. It's not like they're bringing over mass emission cars because they haven't been able to, because there's crazy emission laws against cars and not trucks in the Western world. And fat SUVs are exempt as well, apparently. You fat Okay, let's do a race, because I'm enjoying my time on Payback. Somewhat. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Give me the need. Tyler, what is going on in that cabin? Mate, it is squatting right now. It is properly squatting. And we're off. Oh, hell yeah. We need to pick up the pace a little bit. It doesn't accelerate like an electric car in this game, because obviously this game's just not really designed to have electric cars. I mean, around the world, we are reducing the restrictions on electrification of cars. In the UK, we've made it so that small manufacturers... That's loud. Small manufacturers can now continue building their small amount of Lotuses, or, you know, Aston Martin don't really make that many cars, so they can keep making hybrids as well and selling those en masse. And rules are reducing because it's, quite frankly, people have found it way too expensive to jump into electric, and the solution is there, China car, and we're like, nope, can't have those Chinese taking all the market share. That I get. I understand regulating and controlling a little bit. I'm being real, but it really does show that the issue of solving climate isn't as important as making sure that car companies locally profit as much as possible through the situation, because, well, I don't know, because they're mates. It really shows just a big black hole in everything that we stand for. Well, my friends, Chinese cars. You're very welcome. Should I buy one? I'm kind of tempted. I can't. Maybe I would. If it was up to me to buy an electric car that I had no restrictions or anything, I would probably buy, right now, a Porsche. They're also cheap, and I'd buy it used, because why wouldn't I? Taycans right now, they're like, what, 30, 40 grand? So you could get this or an actual Taycan for the same price. Then I would go for the Taycan for sure. But it would force competition. Or I would go for maybe like a Honda E. I love the Honda E. The Honda E is such a cool car, but it was killed because no one had any interest in it. That's unfortunate. Maybe it would have had more interest if it wasn't £50,000. Potentially. But no, just kill it. Anyway, I thought it was a fun, interesting topic to discuss throughout this video. That's why I decided to build this Xiaomi car and let you know that I would probably buy one. You know, if I didn't already have a Porsche. My main reason is towing. Electric cars can't tow in the same way. Like, it's just not okay. And before you say, oh, but why are you going to tow some Model X? I think you know the answer to that.